Hi, it's Asma here and welcome back to another squad builder. Today we're doing a fairly cheap Barclays Premier League team, and it is in, let me check, make sure, the 4-2-3-1 formation. So obviously it has 4 at the back, 2 central defensive midfielders, 2 cams, centre forward and a striker. I quite like this formation, it does work quite well for me. Let's just find it on here, 4-2-3-1. And then that should come up. And in goal we have Mark Schwarzer. Mark Schwarzer is an insane keeper on the game. Costs over only around 800 to 1,000 coins. And he doesn't have the best stats. I mean, 80 reflexes, 81 handling, 82 positioning. They're very good, and also his kicking is fairly good, and his diving is fairly good as well at 76 and 74. But he just seems to get to pretty much every save, and he kept. So I think he kept 3 clean sheets in 5 games, and also made some amazing saves. So yeah, he is definitely worth the money. Next up is Azpilicueta, who is again someone who I don't think enough people have. He's a very good passer at the ball, despite only having 76, which isn't bad, but it's not amazing. But I think he set one up with a pass, not a cross, a pass. And he's relatively quick at 80 pace as well. Cost me 700 coins, and is definitely fully worth that. There are obviously better in the Premier League, such as Michael Richards you could go for, but I felt Azpilicueta works well, and also links up very nicely with Gary Cahill, who is the next centre back, which gives that nice little green chemistry thing. Cahill costs around 1,300 coins. That was a very good price for him. I think normally he'd go for around 1,500, but somewhere around that kind of price. He's got 69 pace, so he's relatively quick for a central defender. He's got 82 heading and 79 defending, which is also very good, but he just seems to get to everything. I believe he's also like 6'1", 6'2", so he's relatively tall as well, which helps in heading. And he was really good as well, so definitely again another one I'd recommend you getting for 1,300 coins. Definitely worth it. Next up is, I like to compare him to someone like Puyol. Obviously there's the hair, also he just seems unstoppable at times. Costs 1,700 coins, and he's not rare, so that kind of shows in itself. That's quite a lot for a non-rare central defender. It's around the same price as Ogbonna, which really shows. Yeah, but he again was absolutely fantastic player. He's got 69 dribbling as well, which is actually quite good, and I found he could just knit his way out of a tight situation by just taking a step to the side, knocking it to the left back, or just kicking it upfield. He cost 1,700 coins. He was again really good, and I definitely recommend him at that price if you're looking to build a cheaper team. Obviously again there are betters out there, David Luiz, company, etc. etc. The left back is David Santon, and I was tempted to go with Gibbs, who I've also had good experiences with, but I'd never actually used Santon before, and I'm kind of happy I did go with Santon because he gets forward so much. He's relatively tall, he's quite quick, costs 1,100 coins, but yeah, he's a really good player again. He's only rated 75, but he feels more like an 80 rated left back, which isn't amazing, but it's good for 1,100 coins. I thought he played extremely well. My first central defensive midfielder is Sandro. Of course I could not leave him out after his Football Manager displays for me. 550 coins, so he's an absolute bargain. I found Sandro was just there, and he could just basically make the tackle when needed. Not quite as good as on my Football Manager series, but still an absolutely fantastic player Sandro is. He's relatively tall again, so he can get up to those headers despite not having the best heading stat. And all round he's just quite a solid player. He's a good one to have. Not quite as good for me as Tiote, who is just probably, he's one of the best central defensive midfielders I've played with. The best outside the Serie A for me that I've played with, that is. He only costs 1,300 coins. And he's got 83 heading, which is a really good thing. He's not the tallest, but his 83 heading certainly helps. Yeah, and I think I mentioned he's 1,300 coins. He's relatively quick, a decent passer, decent dribbler, good at heading, or decent at heading, and really good defender. So yeah, He's got quite a good long shot despite his shooting stat not being great, and he did actually score me 1 goal in the 5 games I played, which is really nice for him to get that. Anyway, first of all, our next player, the centre forward, is Oscar, converted obviously to a centre forward role. He's a really good player. I found he's another one who scored. He cost me 2,000 coins, so maybe they're better on the market for that kind of price. But I've never played with Oscar on Ultimate Team before, so I decided to give him a go, and I'm really happy I did. He was a really good player. He set up about, I think it was 4 assists he got in 5 games, as well as getting a goal. So if you think about it like that, he was involved in a goal a game. He's got good passing, he's relatively quick, a really good dribbler. He has a decent shot, although I didn't really manage to get much shots away with him, because normally I was using him to lay it off to other people. Anyway, my first cam player is Moussa Dembele. I play him on the right of the cam of the midfield because he is left-footed, so he can cut inside. He's really quick. He can dribble quite well. He's really good in the air. One of his goals that he scored was actually in the air, and I think he beat someone who's relatively good in the air. No one like obviously Ogbonna, Chiellini, no one like that. But in fact, it was a Spanish division team. I think it wasn't Puyol, but he was in that game that he. It was against the La Liga team that he scored the header. It wasn't against Puyol, but they did have Puyol in the team. It's the other centre back. I don't think it was Mascherano. Anyway, I'm getting distracted, but he did actually score 2 goals, and he got a few assists as well. 1,000 coins. He's just an absolute bargain for quite quick, good dribbler, decent shooter, good passer, half decent in the air, and he does get back quite a bit as well, although he isn't the greatest defender. My next cam is of course Sessegnon. 85 pace is the main reason, but he's also got 85 dribbling, which also really helps. He cost 2,000 coins, didn't actually score, but he set up 3 goals, I think it was. He got a few shots off. He got a few shots off, but normally he was the one who set up what's his faces, the other cams, Dembele's header that he was, and it's just a really nice cross to the back post. And I know it was a bit sweaty, but you know, he had a pretty good defender there. He had a pretty strong defence, so I didn't really feel too guilty doing it. Also, he was being a sweaty bastard himself, only failing. That was partly down to Mark Schwarzer. One time he tried to sweat the ball, and Mark Schwarzer just came out, grabbed the ball, just flapped it away. But the striker is Demba Ba. Now, I was quite surprised when I decided to sign him, but there weren't really any others that I thought would fit this formation that well. 3,700 coins, and he's a lot better than I've used him before. You know, normally before he wasn't very good, but in this formation with this team he seems to work really well. He scored 4 goals for me, which is absolutely fantastic. One of the games, by the way, I just got absolutely destroyed. So the 5 games I played, one of them was kind of like, I don't know, you can't really blame the team. The guy was insane. He had an insane team. He had 2 Team of the Years. It wasn't all La Liga, but it was mostly La Liga. Then he had Neuer in goal. So it was insane. If you want the Team of the Years, it was he had Falcao and Piqué, so you know, kind of difficult. So the one of those games was just I did kind of get destroyed in it, and I didn't even score. But yeah, that's the team. Demba Ba is a very good player. I'll just go through his stats. He's got good heading, half decent pace, really good shooting. I find feels more like 85 shooting. 77 dribbling, which is also quite good, and 65 passing, which isn't great, but you know, it'll do. So yeah, overall I recommend this team quite a bit. I enjoyed it. I've got Joachim Low, by the way, as my manager. He just fits the formation. I already had him. I don't know how much he cost me, but you can get anyone in this formation, you know, and they'll be fine. But yeah, so overall I recommend this team. Star players, I'd say Schwarzer is absolutely amazing, and I'd say Colaccini and Cahill, those 3 are really the 3 that really made my team tick. Obviously the whole midfield was very good, and Demba Ba was obviously very good. The 2 weak points would obviously be the fullbacks, but they were also very good. That's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy it, and subscribe if you haven't already and you enjoyed the video. But thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.